It is a reaction or internal induced in a structural member when an external or element subjected to bending moments. Important to consider a section at the to know the maximum bending moment value. Then finally we know it is 0 at support B. That's it. Now join the points and you will get the bending moment diagram. Hello everyone. Welcome to Civil Engineering Geeks. In the previous lecture, we learnt about shear force and shear force diagram. In this lecture, we will see what is a bending moment, how and why the bending moments are developed in a beam, and how to find the bending moment values in a beam when the beam is loaded. And finally, we will learn how to plot the bending moment diagram for a loaded beam. Okay, so what is a bending moment? It is a reaction or internal moment induced in a structural member when an external force is applied to that structural member, causing the member to bend. Or, in other words, it is defined as the algebraic sum of the moments of all the forces acting on one side of the section where the bending moment is required. Beams are the most common and the simplest structural member or element subjected to bending moments. Let's consider the same example which we had used for learning shear force and shear force diagram. If you didn't watch my previous video on shear force yet, please do watch it. The link is in the description below. So we have a simply supported beam with 2 point loads acting in the vertically downward direction. And also I have calculated the reaction and kept it ready for our next step of finding the bending moment values in the beam. Before finding the bending moment values, it is important to define the sign convention for bending moment. There are two possible ways of bending of a beam. One is sagging bending moment and the other one is hogging bending moment. When a beam bends in such a way that it forms concavity downwards, then it is called sagging. And in sagging, the beam tends to show compression at the top flange and tension at the bottom flange. Whereas the bending which results in convexity upwards, it is known as hogging. And during hogging, the beam tends to show tension at the top flange and compression at the bottom flange. It is just the opposite to sagging. So from this, we can define the sign of the bending moment. Generally, sagging bending moments are taken as positive bending moments and hogging bending moments are taken as negative bending moment. Great. Let's now learn how to find the bending moment values when a beam is subjected to several point loads. Initially, having found the reaction of the considered beam, I am going to assume 3 sections in the beam to find the bending moment values. Let me assume my first section under the first load of magnitude W. And my next section is at the midpoint of the beam. Since it is a symmetrical beam, it is going to have the maximum bending moment at its midpoint. So it is important to consider a section at the midpoint to know the maximum bending moment value. And finally, I am considering my last section under the second point load of same magnitude W. So we are all set to find the values. Finding bending moment values are actually very simple. It is same like finding the moments at different sections. Let's consider the left side of the section 1. What we have there, it is going to be minus of W times L. L is nothing but the perpendicular distance between point A and the considered section. So that is equal to minus WL. And it is going to be the bending moment value at the section 1. And here I am assuming clockwise moments to be negative as I do always. In the next section, at section 2, we have minus of W times L plus L by 2. L plus L by 2 is nothing but the perpendicular distance between the point A to the midpoint of the beam. And there is another load that is going to create the moment at the midpoint. And that is equal to plus W times L by 2. L by 2 is the distance between the load and the midsection. And what we have finally, after simplifying it, we will get minus WL. And that is going to be the moment at section 2. And it is also going to be the maximum bending moment. Here, if you have a doubt of why I didn't consider the load W at the first section to find the bending moment value, it is because the section is actually at the same point where the load is acting. and hence the load will not have any perpendicular distance to create or develop a moment at the section 1. So coming back to section 3, we have minus W times 2L, 2L is the distance, plus W times L, which is equal to minus WL. Therefore, in all the 3 sections, we have the same bending moment value of minus WL. So that is it. Can we plot the bending moment diagram now? No. We need 2 more values to actually plot the bending moment diagram. But the interesting part here is we already know these values. We need bending moment at the supports, support A and support B. Since the supports are simple support and roller support, they are incapable of developing any internal moment or a bending moment. Therefore, the bending moment at points A and B is going to be 0. Great. Now we are good to plot the bending moment diagram. So from where we are going to start? We can start from the left side of the beam. At support A, we know the bending moment value is 0. So let me mark a point on the 0 line. Then at section 1, we have minus of WL. Since it is a negative value, let me mark it below the 0 line. And what else we have? We have bending moment value for section 2 and section 3, and both are same as section 1. So let's mark that as well. Then finally we know it is 0 at support B. That's it. Now join the points and you will get the bending moment diagram for the considered beam and the loading. Now there is 2 common questions that will hit you. One is whether to mark this bending moment as positive or as negative. And the other one is, while joining these points, why it has to be a straight line and not a curved line. Let me answer it. First of all, to know whether the bending moment is positive or negative, we have to know whether the beam is sagging or hogging due to the applied load. And when we know that, then obviously we know whether it is going to be a positive bending moment or negative bending moment. As we defined earlier, that the sagging bending moments are positive bending moments and the hogging bending moments are negative bending moments. So to find it, we need a little imagination of how the beam can bend. You can actually tell that by seeing the load and their direction. By seeing this beam, we can say that the beam is going to bend or deflect in the downward direction, which means it is a sagging bending moment. And the bending moment is going to have a positive sign. And also the tension is at the bottom flange of the beam and the compression is at the top flange of the beam. And the last doubt is why we are not joining the points in a curved pattern. To understand this better, we need a little mathematical equation. When we write the moment equation, considering a section from the left support, that is A, we will get mx equal to minus w times x plus w times x minus L. Now this is evident that the equation is in the first order equation, that is x to the power 1, and it is showing the curve is linear, because when we have the first order equation we know that it is a linear curve, and that is exactly why we connect the points in the linear pattern, that is the straight line. Although this is completely a theoretical approach, in real beam, no matter what load is acting or applied on the beam is going to bend in a curved pattern only. And that's the information I wanted to share with you guys in this video. Hope you guys learned how to determine the bending moment in a beam and learned how to draw the bending moment diagram. If you guys find this video valuable, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new here to get more updates and information on the upcoming video lectures. Don't forget to hit the icon. See you guys in the next video. Thank you.